kills to go. Body bag.
Yep.
TimeSplitters is a series that is near and dear to many gamers' hearts. Originally developed by Free Radical Design, many of the people that worked on games such as the original GoldenEye and Perfect Dark for the Nintendo 64 worked on the TimeSplitters franchise. The series focused on giving a FPS experience that was chock full of zaniness, personality, and of course, content. All three games in the franchise had a story mode, an arcade mode, challenge mode, and a map maker, so even if you somehow exhausted all of your options with the game, you could go on and make your own sense of fun. Today, we're looking at TimeSplitters Rewind, a fan remake of all the games combined into one neat package. Developed this time by, I believe the company is Cinder, and of course they were given the blessing of Crytek, even going as far as with them giving them the original game's assets to work on this fan project. The Rewind team has finally released the first playable build of the game.
3, 2, 1, go!
The TimeSplitters Rewind team made sure to include the entirety of the first game's story levels. So everything from Chemical Plant to Planet X, Mansion, all those levels are included, and they are still just as much of a blast to go through, just as much fun as the original game. If not better, I would argue, because the controls here are great. And I'll get into graphics, control, all that stuff later on in the video. But the story levels definitely play way better than you remember. Just you're not having to fight a PS2 controller with the first TimeSplitters game, as that was the only system that TimeSplitters 1 was released on. And you can play that game now on the PS4 and I believe the PS5, but just being able to play it with mouse and keyboard natively here with this release is a game changer for sure. And to kind of account for that, I feel like the enemies are definitely more aimbody. Like they'll definitely see you pretty fast, and as soon as they see you, I mean, they're just automatically shooting off, and more often than not, they're just gonna hit you dead on. So game still has like that strategic kind of vibe about it, to where you don't want to rush in, or else you're just gonna get pelted down, rained down on with bullets, but all the levels here are still a blast to play through, and if you've never played TimeSplitters 1, I think this is a great way to play through that first game's story levels. And to the uninitiated, basically these story levels just are about going in, you have a start position on the map, you go and you grab something and bring it back, usually to the start of that level. And it could be way more complex than it sounds. It is pretty basic, all things considered, but as you pump up the difficulty levels, things definitely get harder and harder for you, as far as being able to do that successfully. So when you go grab this item that you need to complete the level, basically TimeSplitters start coming after you. They hop through the level through portals, and they start coming at you hot. So they're going to be on your tail until you get to the end of that level. So gameplay here is still amazing, and the team just hit it out of the park with the recreating these levels. It's awesome. Challenges make a return as well here, and they are still just as frustrating as you remember them being. Some of them are on the easier side, I guess you could say. You're kind of just running against the clock mainly. Levels such as the barrel exploding, challenge stage that you see here on screen now. Basically, you just have to memorize where the barrels are on the map and try to get the best time as far as, exploding all these barrels. You're kind of going for different tiers of trophy, so bronze, silver, and gold, and just trying to get the best time on the map. And as far as the more annoying challenges, it's definitely true to the original game. Trying to get these headshots off on these zombies to try to hit crazy numerical goals within a given time. So uh, it's still great fun. It just reminds you of even in the PS2 era, you know, how games are just shooting for difficulty curves sometimes, you know. But I mean, these are all optional. You can unlock some stuff through some of these, which I'll kind of go over later as well. But you know, basically all the modes are accounted for, you know, here. So you know, here's your challenge mode if you really like the challenges from the Time Splitters games. Next up, we have the arcade mode. Certainly last but not least. And arcade mode, you have the ability to, you know, pick your own game modes, pick your own maps. But you also have like Arcade League, which is kind of scenarios that are set up for you already. That in the original game, it would also allow you to unlock certain things. I'm sure that there are unlocks behind this game mode with the Rewind edition as well here. So, but yeah, basically you just go in to a scenario, and the same thing as the challenge maps. There's certain goals for you to hit to get the different levels of the trophies, and you can kind of go through those at your leisure as well. And then, of course, you have the multiplayer aspect to this game. A lot of, like, especially the Time Splitters 1 maps. I don't believe that you could do online play on Time Splitters 1 before, so a lot of those maps and everything, you know, you can go and play online. At the time of recording this video to get some gameplay, there's only like one lobby, but that was like recorded like on a Monday morning, so I've seen plenty of lobbies in this game so far, and plus, like I said, it's free anyway, so even if you can't find people online, it's free, and you have all the other content included with the game as it is. But multiplayer has been a blast on this version of the game, and I'm excited for more and more people to check this out and run lobbies with everyone. The last point I want to hit on in the video is just kind of the rest of the content that's available as of now in this specific build of TimeSplitters Rewind. So you have plenty of characters and everything unlocked from the start, but of course, as you go through the different modes and everything, and achieve certain like trophies and whatnot, you can unlock different player skins. There's tons of maps, and you know, plenty of game modes to choose from out the gate. I believe all the maps and game modes are unlocked from the start. Some of the characters, upon character selection, do not have their like selection animations or voice lines as of right now. Some do, but a lot do not. But you know, so this is as far as like TimeSplitters 1 is concerned, you know, that content there is pretty much a full blown TimeSplitters 1 package, and then you have elements from 2 and the third game, Future Perfect, as well already in here. So as time goes on, I'm sure the Rewind team will just keep adding and adding and adding. As of right now, it's just a blast. The graphics are great. Gameplay's awesome. I've run into a few bugs here and there, like loading into a multiplayer match. Sometimes you'll like fall through the level. You'll get locked up until someone takes you out, and then whenever you respawn, everything's good to go again. But there's just a few things here and there, but like I said, this is still an early access release, so bugs and glitches and stuff are bound to happen. Plus, all that content that will get added later is just kind of to be expected, is, you know, missing right now. You know, you're not going to just have everything out the gate when it's early access like this. And like I said before, it's a free game. It's free to try. You download, hop in, and get to playing, you know, and it's awesome. And it's Time Splitters as you remember it being, you know, just updated for the current year and everything. So if you haven't checked this out yet, guys, definitely go download, show your support to this amazing development team. About it, guys. If you enjoy the video, just leave a like, comment down below if you feel like, just tell me what your favorite Time Splitters game is, and are you playing Time Splitters Rewind or not? Have you checked it out? Are you planning on it? And that will about do it for this video, guys. So thanks for watching, and it's time to split.